Hey everyone, welcome to Crouch Jump Reacts. We are watching God of High School episode 6. So, after last week's episode, it almost felt like a finale, right? We had Jin versus Mori, and the fight was epic, emotional. There was so much impact, character development. We see Jin versus Mori. I say Jin versus Mori. I meant Han versus Mori, or Han versus Jin. So, but we saw a lot of character development for Han, right? Now he actually truly sees them as friends. Now that his real friend's dead, and he read that note, and it told him, hey, you know, make real friends, because I know it's hard for you. And if you have real friends, then, you know, obviously, we know how important friends are to Han. So, and then we see Jin. Jin wins the tournament, right? He wins the tournament. So what does that mean for all the characters? How are we going to progress the story? Because right now, we kind of, I mean, they introduced like 2 villains that were kind of like smirking off camera. Or not off camera, but like away from the tournament, just watching it. So how are they going to play into this? What's the next tournament? What's going to happen? They kind of left us in this limbo where we really don't know what direction they're going to take the story. I imagine that we're going to get another tournament. Right? This seems like a big tournament arc kind of thing where the tournaments are really important to the story. How they're going to make that unique and different, and not just, you know, like a tournament after a tournament after a tournament. Obviously, we will see, and I don't know how they're going to do it, but I have faith. I mean, I think this manhwa is pretty popular. I think it's got like 400 something chapters, if not more. So it must be doing something right. So, with that said, let's get started. Alright, so who is this old dude with... Oh! Well, he's got Jin's first name, but not his last. That guy seems pretty... They both seem confident, but I imagine if they're bringing an army to fight this guy... He must be a badass. Oh, that is Jin's grandfather. So this guy... Hey look, it's Greed from, it's the Sin of Greed from ReZero. He's smiling. He should not be smiling at Jin's grandpa. We know that guy is a bamf. We know that guy is gonna probably fuck him up. I mean, there's just no way. They piped him up enough. Okay, so we got a national tournament. Those are just preliminaries. So this is all of South Korea. As a team, okay, I can get down with that. That's fun. Okay, that's interesting. I like that direction. Oh, okay, they let the losers of the... Okay, I like that. Hypothetically, I mean, come on, she should just wreck this guy. Jin did. Ooh. Not gonna lie, the whole, like, I'll go easy on you because you're a girl, it's such like an overused trope at this point. Granted, I'm sure that the chapters in this manhwa were written like 10 years ago. I mean, that's like best case scenario, right? Them all working as a team. Qualities of the key. Interesting. Ooh. More badasses than he expected. Right there, both those people. That guy. Yeah, both those guys are the 2 people they teased last episode. Is that the stand? Is that what they call this, their stands? They're talking about the blue-haired guy and Mira. Okay, so they're different. So okay, so they're conflicted with the administrators. Interesting. Alright, the 6. Of course, we gotta have some group of baddies. So that means we have two separate groups that are possibly not on the sides of the main characters. There we go. That's like a Goku thing. He's just like Goku. Whoa. He just sensed the key. Oh, and she's gone. Actually, it's funny because I said the key, but I meant like K-I, not K-E-Y, like was said earlier in the episode. That's the old man he saw who's missing an arm. What the fuck? What the fuck? They, Jesus Louise. So they have like, the powers go beyond that of just stands. Like there's some crazy shit going on. A monster. Absolute monster. Why is he just hanging out? I mean, I guess he's probably just a hermit or something. Now what is this guy doing? What the heck is this guy doing? Oh my gosh, these powers. What the motherfucking shit? And then he's just gonna flick it with his finger. Like he's not even scared. I know not whose child it is. It existed before God. What a fucking sentence. Wow. That's actually some intimidating words on that sword. That is actually kind of intimidating. That's some Lovecraftian thing. All right, fan service. That's the ref. And the baby's wearing the sunglasses. It's kind of weird because you don't really think of them as normal people. Is he blind? What's this huge debt you've racked up? So he said all that, it's all just a mask, you know, he's being sarcastic to mask that now he's basically fighting for himself, but he's just being sarcastic in that, you know, like, you know, I gotta make sure my friend can rest in peace. It's nice. It's kind of expected, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I like it. Of course, that's one of the things I like too, because, you know, right, she's preoccupied with the fact that she feels weak. You know, she needs to get better. She sees her two comrades way better than her, and she's, you know, too far behind. She needs to catch up. Jin's Goku. He's not paying attention to the fine details. You know, Jin's so bullheaded. He just wants to fight strong people. He's not paying attention to the bad guys, to this or that. He just cares about his friends, and he cares about fighting. Han's kind of like the brain. I mean, he's kind of brains and bronze, kind of. But he's paying attention. You know, he sees the fine details. He understands the little things. And he's just going to show that he's noticed. He's noticed that there's stuff going on. And that's probably why he's got such a dialogue. Unlike the other characters, he's got a dialogue. He's got some sort of relationship here, some working relationship with the head administrator. Which is also kind of interesting, you know? Like, why out of all the fighters, I mean, he's in here just to get a wish, just like everybody else, right? So why out of all the fighters does he go and have meetings with the head administrator? That seems kind of odd. Dude, he's rocking that yellow jacket, dude. What a way to train. I would have found it so hilarious if he just, as soon as he grabbed it, let go of the balloon and just floated up into the air. What? That's some hardcore coincidence there. It was the moonlight sword that blinded me. He didn't seem too broken up about it either. You'd think, like, in a situation like that, someone would want revenge, you know? Oh. That's not intimidating or creepy. Question is, can he defend himself? He's not that cool looking though. He just looks annoying. Not to say he's not dangerous, but Cherio. I'm probably saying that wrong, but you know, I can hear him say it. But yeah, that's the stands then. It's a weird. Usually it's something a little simpler. Oh, these guys are talking? What the heck? He's just gonna kill that guy. Alright, so these guys are something else. And Jin, Han, and you are gonna have to up their game to fight those guys. Jeez, talk about a sexy maid. But why? What are they gonna do? Are they there to train people? Because one of the six is supposed to be training Jin, and we know these guys are vamps. So, what do you want the six for, man? Oh, he is one of the six. Oh, all right. That kind of says even more about the six, to be honest. That means they're on a similar level to him. What happened to his parents, though? Or were they also fighters? You'd think they would be. And no one's mentioning them, just the grandpa and him. Now we got a new judge and announcer. Or referee. I'm not even reading the lyrics. Oh, whoa, those guys wearing hoods. All right. I'm glad she changed her outfit, because to be honest, I was kind of getting sick of the schoolgirl outfit. It was kind of bland. Oh, shoot. What? Oh. No. Not. Not blind guy. And they just showed off that he had a family and he was a normal dude, and they just freaking kill him. That's so mean. Oh no, where's the... Is he a traitor? Maybe he's a traitor. Maybe he was also killed. No. He is one of the strongest commissioners. They're really kind of upping the stakes now. Wow. Okay. What a way to... So the episode was great. There was a lot of exposition. They're explaining that, you know, these powers. I can't remember what they're called. Like something with a CH, like Chiokian. I don't know. Something. And that we're going to see a lot more of these. We saw the 6 that they just brought in. They're kind of making out the administrators to be at least not the antagonists. Obviously, we know that cult people are bad, but they just came in and they just killed 2 characters that they had already established as maybe not necessarily being strong, but I mean they basically said they were strong. So that's crazy. Like, oh, man. Okay, so they're establishing the presence now. They kind of seemed like a joke before with the purple-haired guy who got beat relatively easily. That guy was obviously low on the totem pole. If Jin and Han and you could beat his ass without him having any... Oh, he did have a stand power. Did he not? Yeah, and they still beat his ass. Interesting. But I mean, obviously they're introducing a lot of elements here that are coming at us from different directions. Now we're going into the tournament for Korea. They're introducing this conflict between the administrators, or the Six, and this cult crew. I don't know if they've said their name yet. And then we have the training. Jin's about to get trained by a badass old man. I don't know how Han and Yu are gonna get trained or how they're gonna get better. I mean, Han, he's talking to one of the Six right now, so I'm sure he's gonna get some type of training somehow. And Yu, maybe she's gonna take the words from the blind guy, from the blind referee, and kind of use that as a tool to train. Because he said, like, put your emotions into it, because he got blinded by her style, the Moonlight Sword. So that's interesting. I don't know. Jin, it's obvious how he's gonna get better. I just don't know how Han and Yu are gonna get better. They will, obviously. So we'll see what happens. But I like how they introduced the Six. They're introducing a bigger world. We're seeing this bigger conflict, and it doesn't even include the two kids, the two high schoolers, blue-haired guy and the hoodie guy, who are joining the tournament, who look like badasses as well. And they've already established their abilities, obviously, judging by what they've, how they conducted themselves on school grounds. So they're going to be the hyped up opponents. Now they're on separate teams, so I wonder how they're going to approach. Are they're going to somehow change the rules again and do like a three-way fight at the end? That would be interesting. But they're hyping up two enemies, so are they going to fight them one at a time? How is that going to work? Because then if they do that, one's got to be more badass than the other, and I guess they could go that route. But I don't know, man. This episode was great. It was great. A lot of exposition, really moved the story along, I felt like, because the last episode I didn't know where we were going to go at all, and now I think we got a clear direction, or at least a direction with a lot of elements to play with. So that's exciting. Next episode is going to be great. I love that it's a team thing now, so it's going to be really fun to see how they interact. And I'm sure the first fight's going to be chaotic. How are they going to work as a team? They're going to be finding themselves, and really kind of figuring out how are they going to be stronger, how to use their new abilities, and not just that, but how to work as a team. So I'm excited. This was a great episode. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.